Hi friends, today we are going to discuss phase lock loop, that is the PLL. This is the outline of today's presentation. First, what is the PLL? PLL block diagram and its explanation, PLL working and application. What is the PLL? PLL basically the form of servo loop. PLL perform its action on a radio frequency. All the basic criteria for the loop stability and other parameters are the same. In this way, the same theory can be applied to if PLL loop is applied to servo loop. The key to the operation of this PLL, this is nothing but the phase difference between the two inputs, two signal, and the ability to detect it. The information about the error in phase or the phase difference between the two signal is then used to control the frequency of the loop. By considering these discussions, the PLL, this is nothing but is the electronics module that lock the phase of the output to the input. This is the waveform to understand the lock and unlock of the phase. First waveform, this is a simple square waveform. This is called as a free running frequency. Second one here, this is the same signal. This indicates here, this is the input lock with this free running frequency, that is F0, and the third one here, that is unlock structure. By comparing the second waveform and third waveform, we can understand the lock and unlock phase means. To understand this concept in detail, observe this waveform or this figure. To visualize this two waveform, normally seen in the sine wave, as they might appear on the oscilloscope if trigger is fired at the same time. For both signal, they will appear at the different point on the screen. The linear plot can also be represented in the form of circle. The beginning point of the circle can be represented as a particular point on the circle, and as the time progresses, the point on the waveform move around the circle. Thus, the complete cycle is equivalent to 360 degree. The instantaneous position on the circle represents the phase of the given moment relative to the beginning of the circle. The said to a phase difference between the two signal. This phase difference is measured as the angle between them. It can be seen that it is the angle between the same point on the two waveform. In this case, the zero crossing point has been taken. This zero crossing point, this is nothing but the reference point. This phase difference can be also represented on the circle because the two waveform will be at different points on the circle as the result of their phase difference. The phase difference measured as an angle, it is the angle between the two lines from the center of the circle to the point where the waveform is represented. This point we are representing the point A and B, and the green arrow indicates here this is the distance. This is the PLL block diagram. This PLL consisting here phase detector, low pass filter, voltage control oscillator. Let's discuss this block diagram in detail. The first module is the phase detector. This figure representing here how the phase detector works. The input signal Vi with an input frequency Fi is passed through a phase detector. A phase detector basically is a comparator which compares the input frequency Fi with the feedback frequency F0. The phase detector provides an output error voltage will denote by VER, that is the error voltage, that equals to Vi plus V0, which is a DC voltage. This DC voltage is then passed on to the low pass filter. The low pass filter removes the high frequency noise and produces steady DC level. We'll denote here, this is the VF, that equals to Fi minus F0. Here the Vf also represent the dynamic characteristics of the PLL. The DC level is then passed on to a VCO, that is voltage control oscillator. The output frequency of the VCO will denote here the F0 is directly proportional to the input signal. Both input frequency and output frequency are compared and adjusted through feedback loop until the output frequency equals the input frequency. And this diagram we can easily observe here, this waveform, that is the DC level generated by this difference of these two waveform. Next is the types of the phase detector. First one is the analog, second is the digital one. Analog is the phase detector needs to compute the phase difference of its two input signal. Digital phase detector can also be based on the sample and hold circuit, a charge pump, or a logic circuit consisting of the flip-flop. This comparator circuit compares the input frequency and the VC output frequency and produces a DC voltage that is proportional to the phase difference between the two frequencies. Phase detector used in PLL may be of analog or digital type. Even though most of monolithic PLL integrated circuit use the analog phase detector, the majority of discrete phase detectors are of the digital type. One of the most commonly used analog phase detector is the double balance mixer circuit. Here some of the types of the phase detectors of digital phase detector, that is the exclusive OR phase detector. The operations of this phase detector will get here just by observing this table. Both the frequencies are provided as an input to the XOR phase detector. Obeying the XOR concept, the outcome becomes high only if either of input Fi or F0 becomes high. All other conditions will be produce a low output, that is the Fi and F0 has a phase difference of theta degree. Thus the DC output voltage of comparator will be function of the phase difference between its two input. The figure shows the graph of DC output voltage as a function of phase difference between the Fi and F0. The output DC voltage is maximum when the phase detector is 180 degree. This types of phase detector is used when both Fi and F0 are square wave. Second one is the edge trigger phase detector. Edge trigger phase detector is used when the Fi and F0 are pulse waveform with less than 50% of duty cycle. It consists of two NOR gate are cross coupled to form an RS flip-flop. The output of the phase detector changes its logic state by triggering of RS flip-flop. That is, the output of phase detector changes its logic state on the positive edge of the input Fi and F0. It is clear that DC output voltage is linear over 360 degree. Next one is the monolithic phase detector. Monolithic phase detector, which is highly advantageous as the harmonic sensitivity and the duty cycle. The circuit will respond only to the transition in the input signal, is the most preferred phase detector in the critical application, as the phase error and the output error voltage are independent of variations in the amplitude and the duty cycle of the input waveform. Next module is the low pass filter. Low pass filter is used in the PLL to get rid of the high frequency component in the output of the phase detector. It also removes the high frequency noise. All this feature makes the low pass filter a critical part in the PLL and helps to control the dynamic characteristics of the entire circuit. The dynamic characteristics include capture and the lock range, bandwidth and the transient response. Lock range is the tracking range where the range of frequencies of the PLL system follows the change in the input frequency, while the capture range is the range in which the phase locker loop attend the phase lock. When the filter bandwidth is reduced, the response time increases, but this reduces the capture range. It also helps in reducing the noise and in maintaining the lock loop through the losses of the signal. Next one is the voltage control oscillator, that is the VCO. This, by observing this waveform, we can understand how the voltage control oscillator works here. The main function of the VCO is to generate an output frequency that is directly proportional to the input voltage that can observe in the waveform. The VCO provides the simultaneous square wave and triangular wave output as a function of input voltage. The frequency of oscillations is determined by the resistor R and C along with the voltage Vc applied to the control terminal. Then the working of this PLL. The PLL works in the stages, that is the free running, capture and the phase lock. The free running stage refers to the stage when there is no input voltage applied. Capture stage, as soon as the input frequency is applied, the VCO, that is voltage control oscillator, start to change and begin the producing an output frequency. For comparison, this stage is called the capture range. The frequency comparison stops as soon as the output frequency is adjusted to become equal to input frequency. This stage is called the phase lock stage. Let us consider the free running frequency is Fr. Fr is the frequency at which the voltage control oscillator, that is the VCO, is running without input signal. Let the input signal Fi, that is increasing from 0, be applied to the phase comparators. The graph between the error voltage and input frequency already we have observed on this figure here. It can be seen when the input frequency is less than the Fi1. The error voltage, that is VER, is reduced to 0. At this time, the VCO will operate at the free running frequency. When the input frequency, that is Fi, increases and reaches Fi1, the error voltage jumps from 0 to negative voltage. All these points we can observe in this figure. This value will be equal to the difference between the input frequency and actual VCO output frequency, that is the difference between this input frequency Fi minus F0. This resulting error voltage is then produced by the filtering, amplifying and applying the amplified voltage Vd to the control terminal of the VCO. The VCO may be equals to the input signal frequency, that is F0 equals to Fi. The VCO frequency locks with the input signal up to the Fi2 point. If the input signal frequency exceeds Fi2, then the error voltage will fall to 0 and the VCO will operate at the free running frequency, that is Fr. If the input frequency is slowly swept back and is attained the value of Fd1, then the loop, that is the VCO frequency, locks with the input signal frequency, causing a positive jump to error voltage, that is denoted by the VER. So the VCO output frequency increases from VR continuously till the V0 become equals to Vi. The VCO frequency, that is F0, locks with the input signal frequency, that is Fi, up to Fd2. Now if the frequency of the input signal falls below Fd2, then the error voltage VER will fall to 0 and VCO will operate at the free running frequency. So the applications of the PLL, first is the FM demodulation. It's to enable high quality audio to be demodulated from an FM signal. Second is the AM modulation. Using this approach, the PLL logs onto the carrier so that the reference within the receiver can be generated. At this corresponding exactly to the frequency of the carrier, it can be mixed with the incoming signal to synchronize the demodulations, the amplitude input signals here. Indirect frequency synthesizer, then the signal recovery. These are the applications of the PLL. Thank you.